Welcome to my Permadeath series for No Man's Sky, and in the last part I just started the process of searching a planet for a base location. What I want to do is carry on with that theme in this video. Now the problem was that because I was doing lots of landing and taking off, the fighter I was using wasn't really that well suited for that job. So what I've done is I've returned to the freighter to change back to the Laughing Gnome. But consider I'm here, I might as well cash in a couple of frigate missions that have been going. So we're just going to come in here and see what we've got. Hopefully we're going to make a vast sum of money. Okay, well, that means this is probably may have a big return on this one for once. But let's just get in here. Okay. See what we've got. Fleet arrived, 8 Corvex casings, lots of cash, some uranium, superoxide crystals 20, activated cadmium, Gek relics, 3 cryo pumps. Wow, that's gonna give us 3 superconductors, activated copper, 7 Gek relics. No wonder the freighter was full up. 6 Gek nips. That is a pretty good haul. I mean, none of it's particularly high value beyond the cryo pumps. What we should be able to do is send this to the inventory. What we can do is try and sell this off before we can go and do the other mission. It looks like it's full up, so we're just going to come here and we're going to sell the Geknip, 100,000 superoxide crystals, cadmium, anything else, sell the Gek relics and the Corvex casings and the uranium. Uranium isn't worth that much. And we better go and see what else we can get from here. Certainly wouldn't mind selling the cryo pumps, although I could keep the cryo pumps for later on, but I'm finding that I'm not really making that much progress with respect to advanced manufacturing, partly because I'm just getting too distracted. I think what we can do now is just come in here and cash this mission in. At least I've got no damaged ships. I suppose there's got to be a plus. What we got on this one? Got money, lots of money. You've got some chromic metal, activated emerald. This one isn't quite so profitable, and of course we didn't get any specials, which is, oh well, that's the way it goes. We can probably 608 chromic metal. Probably do with selling that off. Actually, I've got piles of chromic metal stashed away in various places. So I'll just sell off that Geknip. It's a shame that the Geknip's kind of lost its role within the game compared to like when it first came out. I mean, when Geknip first arrived, it was very much the top earner, minus 4.6. I think I might hang on to the cryo pumps and see if we can get a better price for that. We'll sell the superconductors, sell the activated cadmium, and we'll sell the activated emerald. And I think that is about it for the moment. Yep. And we've now up to 137 million, so that wasn't a bad take for some frigate missions. And view potential missions. Got a trade mission. Got a better trade mission here. I think we'll go with the higher difficulty one actually. I've got a lot of trade ships and I think we're going really heavy-handed this time. Question is, do I go in with all trade ships and not bother with a support ship? Yeah, let's go in. And I think I've got that in. I really should have made the extensions. So we've got that now. They're all trade expeditions. Well, I think we can maybe able to get in a balance mission. I've got one trade mission. Got these C-class industrials. I suppose I could put in an industrial one. Exploration. Put in a support ship. Yeah, we're putting one of these lower level support ships, and maybe we'll just put in a combat ship, and we'll just launch this mission. I've got no more trade ships to go and look up, so we'll just have to send off the 2 missions. Oh well, never mind. Hopefully they will come back with lots of cash. Let me just send this back to the freighter. So I've got this thermal protection module. I mean, I've got double protection modules in already. I'm not sure I actually need that. Anyway, let's just get back down onto the deck, and we're going to go back to the planet we were exploring in the last part. And laughing gnome. And we're going to drop a save against crashes. See, there's a crashed freighter there. I think that's the result of doing a search. I think we'll go check out the crashed freighter before we go and look for a base. You never know what we might find. I don't think I've actually unlocked this planet either. It looks like this is a cold planet. Certainly don't want to build a base on a cold planet. Okay, here we are. Wow. My mining beam's getting a bit low. Okay, we'll put some condensed carbon in. In we go. I've got sodium and chromic metal, and we've got some Starship launch fuel. We got more launch fuel. Now the next one will be down here. I always like going in this way. There we go. Change the. Wow, my terrain manipulator's empty. Glass in here. Credits. Yeah, thank you, game. And the next one should be out there. Okay, I'm just gonna. This is the one that's they've changed a little bit. It can be a little bit tricky to get into. Before it was you just literally go down to where you were going, but they've actually encased it in a room now. So you've got to hack your way through into here. And I've had cases where you can't actually get to this area here. unstable gel. That's going to be worth a little bit of cash. And the next one should be over here. Oops. And we'll just take that. And the tray manipulator. Station reached. Means some. Oh, I got more starship fuel. I mean, there used to be one over this way. About here. I don't know if it's still here. They changed it. That's the one over there. Okay. I was absolutely sure there used to be one there. I'm just going to come in here. Oops, a daisy. In here. I've actually been taking the advice of some of you who said that I should be making these ion batteries. I have been starting to make them, but I will continue to do that. We've got 2 unstable. Yeah, thank you. So we got 2 unstable gels. Not allow. So that's worth 100,000. Pumps down here. Oh, of course, I've got all this chromic metal I didn't sell. Well, I suppose that worked to my advantage in the sense that I was able to use it for this purposes. Got there anything around here? There's an unknown building that far away. Maybe we'll just go have a look, see, and then we'll get back to what I really want to do in this video. Yeah, it looks like it's just a beacon. So I'm going to land because I'm just a little bit curious, because I'm not 100% sure what the role of these beacons are anymore in the game, because they're almost like a hangover from the first days of No Man's Sky, when you used to use them. I think it was to find distress signals, but since they've introduced the ability to search, these just seem to be a little bit redundant now. I mean when so we've got a little bit of sodium, some projectile ammunition, and we'll just put that in the height. Yeah, I had a little bit of a reorganization of my inventory off before I started the video. Well, we got some creatures. We'll just, and you 171 million. Don't really need dihydrogen, but I'll take it, because I am getting low on the dihydrogen gels, and I can't find anyone who wants to sell them to me. We've got a crystal fragment. And grab you. A little bit of salts. There. And off we go. Let's get back to the planet that I'm meant to be going to. Now, if you see here, the 2 star markers are the locations of the bases that I found in the last video. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to aim for, get out of the way. Now, if we aim for the top quadrant of the planet, hopefully we will go to another area, and we might be able to find ourselves another power source and a better location. Well, that's the theory anyway. Well, this looks interesting. And then we actually got a landing point as well. So we're just gonna drop down and say hello. Well, this is a nice flat area. Look at that. What's this here? Reinforced door, so yeah, well, I'm not gonna. Oh. Well, first things first, let's just open up this building and see what we can find in there. I've really liked this area. I mean, it's got potential, but it must have a power supply here. Well, I really like the trees on this planet as well. I don't know, they look like trees, but they look different, more alien is probably the right way of saying it. A couple of knowledge stones here as well. I mean, this area here would be brilliant as a landing pad. I think here we could level this off. We've got a few lakes around here, trees. We got also scenery as well. Looks doesn't help if I actually destroy the trees, does it? Right, let's just back here. And oh, jolly old navigation data. Always needed that. Just sold off a pile of that. We've got the creatures around here. And there we go. Sodium. Let's see what we get here. This is an operations center. An animated guild blob is on screen waving a gun. It talks in the language of the warriors, but brightly and happily. Gar, gar, something, yeah, something. It springs happily between bloodied runes and then asks for a donation of units. Us, we've got loads of money. The educational program teaches me some of the language of the warriors. Wow. Well, I suppose it's worth 100 units. Just have a look out back. See what we got. Well, nothing found. I can go into the exosuits. An ion battery. Well, it might be useful. I think my health should be maximum. Yep, another ion battery. Got more projectile ammunition. Well, I've got probably more ammunition than I know what to do with. Is that I think that's the sentinel scanning me, isn't it? Probably he's a bit upset because I blew the door open. And we've got some plants in here. The keen word for fear. I thought the keen were fearless. And we'll prove our standing with the keen as well. I think I picked that up. No, I didn't. A few nanites. I think that's about it. Right, back to the main task. So if I go on foot now, get away from the base and see if we can scan for some hotspots. This is game. This is where no nearby hotspots. Thank you, game. Got a B gaseous, what we call it. Never mind. Well, there's some. There's a I think that's the knowledge stone. We'll go off in the direction of the knowledge stone. What I'm going to do is walk a circuit around here. If you go a little bit away, you may actually pick up the edge of a hotspot. Some birds flying overhead. I can't remember if I've got all the birds, so they're almost like a bit bigger than birds actually. Yeah, I've got you. Just top up the life support. Actually, just let it run down a bit, and then I can use that oxygen gel up. That's a aha. If we walk up to that knowledge stone, and then we can do a scan from there. Scan a rock. Ooh. Wow. No, there's nothing around here at all, which is annoying. Because that would be a great place to build a base. I mean, I could build a base here and power it by other sources, but I think that just defeats the object of having a big permanent base on the planet. So we're just going to keep walking off in a random direction and see where it takes us. Here we've got something that way. 113 meters. Or units, not meters. So let's just follow this one here. I mean, it's going to give us a sense of direction. Unidentified plant. Yeah, thank you. Well, I suppose I could just do that. Anyone else around here? But I do really like this planet. I'm definitely going to build a base here. Yeah, I must have walked past it. But if there's no power source here, I don't particularly want to scan for anything, so let's just walk that way. Looks like there's a lake over there. No nearby hotspots, thank you. I mean, I don't know if there's actually only a fixed number of hotspots per planet. And maybe I've just landed in a dead zone. So here we are, we're coming up on another knowledge stone. That's the keen word for good. And here's the lake I was walking towards. Oh, there's another knowledge stone there. We'll take that. Just keep adding to the language. What we're going to do is just have a little bit of a scan. Okay, we've actually found... It's a B one. But I could live with that. What it's saying is it's on the other side of that lake. So here we are, we're at this lake that I was walking towards. Let's have a look round. Okay. We've got a B power supply. It's in that direction. It's 200 odd meters away. Is this worth a B power supply? Probably not. I think what I'm going to do is going to have a bit of a... Oh, great, go away. Nope, killed a predatory creature. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to come here. Tech, exocraft. And what do I want? The Roma. The Colossus. Don't want the Colossus. Don't want the Nautilus. Want the Summer Station. I haven't actually used the Pilgrim for a very long time. So let's just do a bit of exploration with the Pilgrim. There's a knowledge stone. Might as well grab that. Keep my language building up. I mean, it's not exactly the most ideal vehicle. What's the capability like? Exocraft. Absolutely nothing installed in this, so I think we'll put the signal booster in. Means we can throw out a scan. Right, there's a lot. Wow, there's certainly lots of knowledge stones on this planet. I was just going to come here, like that. What's that there? What's that showing up? Go away. That's paraffinium. Mission agent, yes, thank you. I was still in range of the. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to just charge across the landscape. There's another lake like down that way. Wow. Something tells me I need to get some upgrades on this. What else can I install? Forward grip, angler grip. What we got here? Forward grip, angler grip. That's 110%, but we don't have enough tritium. Well, I've got tritium, but I'm too far away for that. Forward grip, angler grip. We don't really need weapons on it. And let's just put those on. I can always move this here. I can install anything else. I can. High slide suspension overhauls extra handling. Software tweaks and pressure. Forward grip. I mean, that would be nice. But put this one in as well. And I've got the resources for it. If that actually makes life. That's a bit better. Just better stop knocking down the trees. Wow. Right, let's just stop here. Anything around? No nearby hotspots. Right. That means we're out of range of the one that I've just been checking. Actually, while I'm at it. Double camera view. Interesting. And it's just never really tried this, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm not sure when. I mean, the vision is pretty restricted, but it does make life look a little bit more interesting. Ha. Jump out. Oh. I think for my purposes, though, I think staying in this view would be better. So I've got a little bit better visibility. So what does this need for fuel? Carbon. It's carbon. Piles of condensed carbon, so we're okay. Just gonna jump out. Grab another knowledge stone. Off we go. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of roving off camera, and I'll be right back into if I find anything of interest. Okay, I've come quite a long distance with the Pilgrim, and I don't think it's really working. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get up here and recall the ship in again. I think an aerial exploration would be quicker. I think this has got a potential. Nice big lake and an area here to build. So let's just put down here and see what we've got. Just gonna jump out. What have we got? Hopefully no nearby hotspots. Thank you. And creatures here though. Where are you? Scan you. That's a little bit annoying. I mean, this base had a lot of potential. One last little shot round. No nearby hotspots. Oh well. Off we go again. At least I'm finding the creatures on the planet, if nothing else. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm just using that beacon as a target, so I don't wander too aimlessly about. Anyway, off I go again. So we found a crashed freighter. This could be useful. Let's just drop in on the crashed freighter and see what's around here. Just fly over the top here. Gonna land. It's quite interesting that in the previous video I scanned for a crashed freighter and it actually sent me to another planet, but yet there's actually one here. First things first, let's just nearby hotspots. Thank you, game. But we can check out the freighter if nothing else. So here we go again. See what we can get. Still sodium and crap. Oh, we've got polyfiber at that time. I'm just gonna jump up here. Damage panel. Some starship fuel. Change the terrain manipulator. Grab that. Radiation leak detected. Technology repaired. Oh, wanted me to do that twice. Yeah, thanks for your game. And just tag that one. Let's jump down here. Damaged. Let go. And pump that into there. And we got a little bit of cash out of that one. Just take that one. Station reached. Cargo pod. Thank you, yeah. What on earth is that? I think that's a little bit of a glitch in the middle of the freighter. It's kind of, I think it's covering up where you'd normally go all the base, isn't it? No. Sorry, I've got to be a bit curious. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think because the crater has come down in a fairly uneven area, it's actually the terrain. In some ways, I actually quite like that because it gives the impression that the freighter has actually crashed into the ground, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I won't bother with that because I'll probably have to dig down really deep. Yeah, I quite like that idea. I mean, it's probably purely accidental, but never mind. And truth be known, there was probably a mountain here, and when the game placed the freighter, well, you could say that there was a mountain here, and when the freighter crashed, it blew away part of the mountain. Anyway, I think just to wind this video up, I'm just going to have one more go at finding a base location. Just going to go. Oh, this looks interesting. I think we'll definitely stop and check out here. Okay. No nearby hotspots. I think I'm seeing some. I think we got something in the water here. Let's just go check that out. Yeah, we got some aquatic life here. I think it's just over there. So let's just go underwater. Let's see what we can see. Normally, quite often though, when you get in the water, it all disappears like that. So you get near them and they disappear. Yep. This is an effect you get sometimes when the water's shallow. It's almost like the game wants to put the creatures in, but they can't quite make up its mind. No nearby hotspots. Of course, if you're above the water, it won't let you scan below the water very easily. No. Just wiping. Be a bit of a bust. Never mind. Oops. As he splashes around in the water. We got below the water level there. I can't see any creatures. It says they're a long way away. Oh well, let's just get back to the ship, and we'll go for one more look. Let's just get completely out of this area. Actually, let's just go up into space, and I'll do quite a big jump just to get away from the area that I'm currently in. Right, that should be far enough away. Wow, there's a nice big mountain range here. Let's just fly over the top of the mountain range. And again, there's a really nice looking valley here. Oh, we found another building. Let's just drop down here. It's probably going to have to take off and blow the doors off again, but never mind. Yeah, that looks very much like a reinforced door. And I can see a quad there. That's interesting. Let's just get back up in the ship. See if I can see the quad from the air. It is flying very slowly. Let the ship drift in. I can't see him from the air, but let's just fly around a little bit and see. Where are you, boys? Nope, can't see him. He might. I'm just going to jump out. While we're here, no nearby hotspots. Claim the base. Some navigation data. That quad's gone now. And what we got here? Another operations center, military insignia. I'm just going to whip through this very quickly. Input a huge number. Strange strangled military fanfare starts playing. Someone's impressed by my claim and sends through a reward. And we've got an reward for and we've now got the formula for explosive drones. Well, let's take anything that's nanites. Let's go and check out the back room. And we've got some more, a little bit of loot, some oxygen. There, microprocessors. Not sure what I want microprocessors for, but a little bit of sodium, which replaced the sodium that I've been using up. Grab that. Damaged container. That can go into the exosuits. Put that there. Some projectile ammunition. This probably means that this will be plants. Yep. Hello, plants. But we will get the Vakeen standing and the Vakeen language for peace. Who said the Vakeen never make peace? They've got a word for it. It's got such good areas for bases. Can't really see. No hotspots here. We got that bird. Have a look here. Well, this would be a really nice little dip here. Let's just go down to that knowledge stone just to see if things will... Sometimes you don't go very far, and then this kicks in and it says there's a hotspot nearby, but not in the case of these. Hello, creatures. Actually, just had a sudden thought. Let's see here. Come here. It's a nice big proper view here. All rush in because I've got missions to feed creatures. Keyword for production, and everyone's following me now. Way up. Some PCM. There we are. I'm now surrounded by my friendly herd, all giving me lots of donations is probably the polite term. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. I'm sorry that we didn't actually find a base, but what I will probably do now is do a little bit more searching off camera and see how things go. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.